Welcome back to Review the Pay-Per-View. Today we have Clash at the Castle 2022. This was a very good pay-per-view. I enjoyed it. There's maybe one match that wasn't really that interesting, but as always, let's get into it. The ladies kicked off the show in a 6-woman tag match. We had Damn Control, Io Sky, Dakota Kai, and Bayley versus Bianca Belair, Alexa Bliss, and Asuka. The match would start with an all-out brawl, and Bianca would be in control of Bayley. Bianca would also do like a cartwheel landing on top of all of Damage Control. Io Sky would dodge one of Asuka's kicks with like a Neo type of dodge, just flipping all the way back. And also, Asuka is just too much sometimes. She can just be chanting and yelling and then she'll clean house because she's great, but sometimes she could just be a little too much. Then a senton to Bayley from the apron from Alexa Bliss, then a shotgun dropkick to Bliss from Dakota Kai. At the end of the match, we get a roast plant from Bayley to Bianca, then a moonsault from Io to Bianca for the win. I give this a 3 stars. Honestly, if you get a 3 stars in the opening match, that's always good to me. At least for me, that's good. Next up, the Intercontinental Championship match, Gunther versus Sheamus. I give this 4.5 stars, and if Sheamus won, I probably would have given it 5. This match was really good, a lot of slaps and chops from both men. Throughout the match, Sheamus tries to hit the 10 beats onto Gunther by, he's doing it all around the ring, onto the announce table, onto the barricade, onto the ropes. Gunther would body slam Sheamus onto the steel steps. Sheamus would hit a white noise and a Celtic cross separate times for a 2. I think the Celtic cross was like a 2.5. It was real close. Throughout the match, Sheamus would be selling his back, so when he tried to do the brogue kick, his back gave out, which gave Gunther, a little lead for him to do a powerbomb for the win. The SmackDown Women's title was on the line. Liv Morgan, our champion, versus Shayna Baszler. This match was a 2-star. Shayna not really she was just playing with her food almost per se. She was, not even really treating Liv as a wrestler. She's just like, oh, it's another obstacle. Shayna Baszler would start attacking one of the arms of Liv Morgan, a little joint manipulation here and there, just try to injuring the arm. I don't really care for Liv Morgan as a wrestler, but she did this nice sunset flip, like from the ropes to the top rope to Shayna Baszler, of course, and then hit an Oblivion for the win. But, I don't see the appeal, at least wrestling-wise, for Liv Morgan. Next up was a tag team match, Rey Mysterio and Edge versus Finn Balor and Damian Priest of the Judgment Day. This is 3.5 stars, a little bit better than the last match, but not too much really happened. Some highlights from this match, Edge hit it like a 619 to Finn, Dom would distract the ref, and then Rhea would take out Dom, just hitting him and then try to pick him up, but Rey would dive onto Dom, pushing Rhea into the barricade, and her head would just smack the barricade. It was no bueno. We get a 619 from Rey, and then a spear to Finn from Edge for the win. And then this would be Dom's heel turn, turning on his father and Edge, joining Judgment Day. Next up we had Seth Rollins versus Matt Riddle in a grudge match. This all led because they were just both talking smack to each other. Seth would say something about how Riddle's family would leave him because I believe he really got divorced. This match is exactly what you'd think it would be. Riddle just unloading a bunch of kicks and punches to Seth. He's just furious at him. Riddle would get his ass handed to him several occasions. He would get a barricade bomb from Rollins, and then he'd be hung upside down on the turnbuckle, and then he was trying to get up, and then Rollins would just, stomp on him. Rollins would also use Randy Orton's DDT, the ones on the rope, because at the time Matt Riddle and Randy Orton were teaming up, but Seth would then hit a curb stomp, and then a second curb stomp from the second rope for the win. I gave this about 3 stars. And for the main event, we had Roman Reigns defending his undisputed Universal Championship against Drew McIntyre. I gave this 4 stars. This would have been 5 if Drew won. They really made me believe that Roman was going to lose. Just like the promo was fantastic. The build was fantastic. Where they were. He even got Broken Dreams back for a little bit. This really made me believe he was going to win. Some highlights, we had Karrion Kross front row, and he would distract Drew McIntyre, and Roman Reigns would take advantage by throwing him into the ring post and kind of just try to win via countout. Roman would also ask Cardiff to acknowledge him mid-match, which is fantastic from him. Superman punch for 2, spear for 2, Claymore to the back of Roman's head, knocking, he pushed the ref while he was getting hit, so the ref is out. And then Austin Theory would come out, try to cash in, but gets knocked down by Tyson Fury. I mean, I don't know why. Drew McIntyre would hit a Claymore for a 2, broken up by Solo Sikoa. I believe this was also his debut onto the main roster. Then Solo would kind of just ring Drew on the ropes, and then he would turn around, get speared for the win for Roman Reigns. Just your typical Roman match, you know. Usos or Solo just interrupting, and he gets the win. And that was the pay-per-view. Very solid indeed. Some hits and miss in there, but I mean, it is what it is. That's why we're here, and who knows how long we'll be here. But I hope to see you here Monday for the Rewind.